Tonight, local veterans will come together to celebrate a major achievement.
A black tie gala will be held at Templeton Landing to celebrate the first of its kind African American Veterans Monument, which will be dedicated tomorrow at the Naval and Military Park. The event also represents years of hard work finally paying off.
It feels wonderful to see it come to fruition.
It's been a long time in coming. Proposed first in 2014 as a project to record the names of all deceased Western New York African American veterans, the monument project was finally introduced to the community in 2016. Then, as they were gaining some steam, COVID took the wind out of their sails. But now, for this group of board members, all of them veterans, and so many others, victory is finally on the doorstep.
This is an opportunity the Lord gave me to help create it, and He's going to help me see the end of it too. So I've been blessed 3 times.
And it's an amazing monument full of symbolism, a series of 12 pillars, 10 feet tall, 3 feet wide, placed in a chronological sequence corresponding to the dates of each of the country's 12 military conflicts. It traces where each conflict took place, and the spacing between the pillars represents the peace times between each war.
So the columns represents the wars and the light. You know, during war times, many families put candles in the windows as their sons or daughters went off to war. And this, in fact, it represents that.
The biggest takeaway is that African Americans have fought for this country in every war since day one.
Not only are we honoring African Americans, but we want to educate the community.
Including the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812, the Mexican-American War, Civil War, Spanish-American War, the World Wars, Korean War, the Vietnam conflict, the Gulf War, and the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. This monument stands for every one of those veterans.
It's been quite challenging, but yet very rewarding.
Challenging on several levels, rallying support for the project, raising money, and even convincing people that the Naval and Military Park needed a monument dedicated specifically to African Americans, despite the presence of monuments dedicated to other ethnic groups.
We had to fight just to get down here. That was part of the struggle. It means a hell of a lot, excuse my French. I never thought I would ever see it happen. When I went in the Air Force, it was still segregated.
We've been in every single war, and in spite of the conditions that African Americans were living on, this racism, discrimination, whenever the call came out for volunteers and for soldiers, we answered the call.
And for some of these veterans, it also represents something greater than race. It represents a long overdue welcome home.
I'm a Vietnam veteran. We didn't get a ticker tape parade when I came home, so this is the start of my ticker tape parade.
Well, Warren, your ticker tape parade will take place tomorrow. The unveiling and dedication is tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. right down at the right where the Erie Basin Marina connects to the Naval and Military Park. It's a beautiful location, beautiful monument.